Hi, Stephen.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing all right. It has been a rainy week, but I'm finally at the weekend.
How was your week?
Long, very long. Work was extremely busy. Home was all over the place. We started a new show at the theater, so it was auditions and everything. It was a lot this week.
Just always on your feet.
Yes, always.
We talked last week about kind of like imagining scenarios of like different traffic incidents that you did anything happen where you were able to practice that?
Yes, this week I was coming out of a grocery store and someone was taking a left turn. They had the right of way, but refused to turn until they wanted me to go. So I just kept saying, no, you go, no, you go. And in the middle of that rising confrontation, um, while I was telling them no, I started the breathing process to try to break everything down. Um, they eventually went, and then I went after. Um, but yeah, that's one of the incidents that happened today, this week.
Did you kind of imagine like why they would have been doing that other than just to be a jerk?
In that moment, I think I thought I was immediately upset, but I realized that they were just being kind, and they thought that kindness, what they were doing was a kindness to me. They didn't know that they were breaking the law or keeping. I couldn't see behind them who was coming, so I didn't know. They didn't realize they were putting that turn for me in a position that might have been bad. They were just being kind. So there was no reason for me to be upset.
Did that help you at all?
It did. It really did, giving me that perspective of almost like an assumption that there's nothing nefarious. It's just an accident, like we had talked about in the last session. There's the idea of, just life happened and I was there and it wasn't anything to be upset about.
Good. And did it stay with you at all?
It did not. It did not. I laughed about it after it because I had thought about that process and then the breathing. And so I got a kick out of it. But the anger didn't follow me after that point.
Great. Um, I kind of want to just go over our sessions, if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. When you first came and we first started talking, what did you expect to gain from counseling?
I wanted to figure out possibly two things: how to stop what was happening from happening, some interventions to kind of curb that, and then possibly to understand why it was happening. Those were the reasons I came in because
Okay.
I saw where it was going and I didn't want it to get past or where it was, and certainly wanted it to go away.
Well, I'm glad you noticed when you needed help. It's definitely a very important first step. Do you think we kind of covered everything?
Yes, I really think through the course of this, I've gotten a lot of great insight and tools that I can use. I actively use them, especially the breathing and the rethinking of the whole processes. And I've seen change in those moments when I do those practices.
That's great. What changes have you noticed?
I've noticed that the anger doesn't hold on like it does. I don't think about it. I don't replay the scenario in my head. I noticed that in this past incident, that it was gone automatically and almost kind of replaced with a humor. Like I really was just uh, tickled by the whole thing. Um, And so that was new. The anger wasn't even there at that point. In the process of it happening, I applied the steps, and it all kind of fell into place.
Do you think that's something that you're gonna continue doing?
I think it's
Breathing.
absolutely, yes, absolutely something I'm going to continue doing. It has certainly helped so far, and it's helped me to achieve what I wanted to find.
It's great. Um, so the examples were like when you're alone and kind of the anger. Have you had sorry, an opportunity to try it like when your wife or your stepson are in the car, when you're feeling more fear instead of anger?
The breathing, yes, not the new change of reflection. This past time I was alone. But the breathing, yes. And that was, I remember my stepson looked at me funny. I was breathing in the thing. So that was, it still worked in that moment, kind of took me out of it, settled me down. But this change of perspective on what they're actually thinking, that hasn't, I haven't had an opportunity with anyone in the car to do that.
Just remember it's not perfect and it's not gonna take away your feelings
Sure.
completely. Like you're still gonna get angry, you're still gonna feel fear. Um, what has been helpful during our sessions, do you think? Like the most helpful?
What has been the most helpful? Certainly the tools you gave me to work with, that has absolutely been helpful. Um, it's been helpful talking through everything, kind of laying it out and letting someone else look over it and find what they find. Um, there's been several moments of just being able to do that. Um, I still remember probably like third or fourth session we had, you mentioned um, what argument am I winning? I had made the mention about the things like who, if you just asked that question, that's still uh, got me thinking, about like where this comes from, like what fight am I winning in any of this? Um, so being able to lay everything out there and to have someone look at it and then give me almost like a feedback of, yeah, this is you're doing something that you probably don't want to be doing, but I don't think this fits or this fits, and you just gave a different perspective and all.
Well, I'm glad I could help you work through it.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Was there anything that wasn't very helpful to you?
Um, wasn't very helpful. I don't think I can think of something that was like counter to being helpful.
Okay.
Certainly not off the top of my head, no.
So I feel that I've kind of helped all that I can, like with the coping and the talking and everything. How do you feel?
You have helped tremendously in with the coping and the talking and realigning my perspective on what's happening in those moments.
So our next step will kind of be transitioning out of counseling.
Okay,
Of course, in the future, there's all you could always do more counseling. All you would have to do is get a hold of me. We could set something up. But as of right now, I feel like there's nothing more that I can do.
okay,
There are resources that you could use. I could send you links to different coping skills that you could try if you wanted.
sure, absolutely.
And then there's groups that you can reach out to if you feel the need, like anger management type classes or just people that you could talk to.
Okay, absolutely.
Of course, you don't feel like you have to because you definitely don't. And again, I'll always be happy if you feel the need to come back and talk through it some more.
Right.
Was there anything you still wanted to work on before we do end our counseling sessions?
I don't know if it's possible. Finding out maybe where this comes from, but that might need to be a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But if anything, that's what I would name.
Yeah, I think that we would have to start a different process for that.
Okay.
When it comes to this specifically, your anger, your fear, coping skills, is there anything else that I can help now with? Or any questions that you have?
No, ma'am, not at this time.
All right. Well, then it was great getting to know you. And
Thank
of
you.
course, feel free to reach out if you need any more help.
Absolutely, I can do that.
All right. Well, I'll see you if you decide to come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.